My man Slick Fargo again. What up, Slick Fargo? Have you guys ever tried the shoes that the toes stick out like barefoot?
Ooh, I've actually always wanted those, so I can't. Really
They
speak too
sound
much on
cool,
them.
but like I said, it's just too like we've been walking with shoes for too long that it's tough to.
So you would
switch
have to like
that.
start as a young child.
You would have to first walk with those for a bit and then get your feet used to it. Like you can adjust to it, but if you just like, nah, I'm just starting to wear finger toe shoes, like that's all you do, it's gonna be like you're gonna start having arch problems, your hips are gonna hurt, your back's gonna be off
Interesting.
because you don't have that support because you change one thing at the end, like
Yeah,
it messes everything up. Yeah.
Your alignment
So
of what's already
the
been
big
built.
issue is usually people with no more arches. So people rely on that arch support from shoes, and so when they drop down, their feet go in, and so your knees, in essence, start to go in a little bit more. So they turn,
Yeah, you don't want
and then you get knock-kneed where your knees are kind of
Yeah,
coming
you don't want
together, and then your hips got to work harder because your knees are in more because they got to
then your
work on
hips-
keeping them
oh,
out,
your hips
and
are
your
down.
glutes are working harder, and then
Yeah.
your back has to hold your hips up because your glutes are now working too much for your knees.
Got it.
And so that's just the trouble with it, but that's something like almost
So
anytime you
would
get
you-
new shoes in,
if-
you got to
if-
break them in.
Yeah. So if you went to those shoes, would there be just like you would wear those only at certain times?
Like you could go hiking in those or like river walking, like things like that, but like to be your everyday like just cruisers.
Oh, okay. Got
That's
it.
tough,
So probably
man.
okay. So
That's
you're
tough.
gonna be doing too much readjusting to your body if you wear those every day.
Correct.
Got
You would
it,
have
got
a
it.
lot of other issues that are kind of related to, but you wouldn't really know it. You'd be like, oh, my knee just started hurting.
But is
And
it
it's-
because you just changed the alignment?
Yeah, you change something. It's called further down the chain. You change something super distal and away from your body. The proximal joints are going to suffer. So like
Got it.
your
Yeah,
ankles
so-
are distal to your knees, or distal to your hips. So if you mess up your ankles, your knees are going to have issues. Your hips are going to have issues. That's why a lot of people knee replacements and stuff. They start having back issues, or they start having hip issues,
Just-
or they
it's
start
just
having
the
these other
chain
things
just
that
keeps
pop up
going, yeah.
because of either compensation or because 90% of the time it's compensation, but everything's kind of thrown off a little bit.